Hello everyone, how you doing? Before starting, please comment and win 1000 ADA coin. The fact that ADA's price has a great likelihood of soaring in the foreseeable future is no longer breaking news. It has been described to as a millionaire maker coin on numerous occasions. Crypto industry experts continue to have high hopes for Cardano. All Cardano investors need to be aware of the recent revelation made by the well-known Bitcoin cryptocurrency ADA. This should not be missed by anyone. Without further ado, let's get started. Among a select group of crypto influencers, Bitcoin has established a reputation for setting the bar high. Of course, he has preferences, which he isn't shy about mentioning because a true crypto YouTuber big guy wouldn't bring up a FG save because it has significant repercussions. What, then, has suddenly piqued his interest in Cardano? Is it capable of creating millionaires? Cardano is a development team, I suppose. IOG has been successful in promoting advancement and pertinent ecosystem growth. IOG reported in a report. The vessel hard fork was postponed in July because more testing and bug fixes required a lot of time. This is a straightforward illustration of the team's attention to detail and creativity. Prior to the official launch, the developers wanted to make sure everything was functioning as intended on a daily basis. Due to the perception that the vessel hard fork is one of the changes that will support Cardano's impending explosion in price and worth, there needs to be careful planning. There is a fair potential to raise the hopes of individuals looking forward to the vessel hard fork now that information about it has lately surfaced on timelines. This time, though, it's for the wrong causes. Almost impossible to become a millionaire using Cardano ADA in this circumstance. Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano, said in a recent live stream video that there are no quality problems with the vessel hard fork and that we are confident in the soundness of the engineering supporting 1.35.3. By reassuring everyone that Cardano was not in danger, he allayed their anxieties. He claimed that most things were going smoothly. Charles Hoskinson continued by saying that the fact that the flaw was initially found on the testnet work is evidence that the testing procedures are effective. The code has undergone rigorous and thorough testing. It was now exceedingly unlikely that a bug would be found. In response to SPO claims of testnet failure and hasty preparations for deployment, he responded this. Additionally, IOG provided a report that showed consistent advancement on the hard fork of the vessel and made no mention of issues with the testnet. But a video by Cardano ecosystem engineer Adam Dean ended up giving everyone a major scare. Adam Dean believes it's crucial to note that the Cardano testnet is currently catastrophically broken as a result of a flaw in the Cardano node version 1.35.2. We had previously been informed that this version had been tried out and was prepared for the upcoming hard fork. The developer of this flaw, Stabia, only recently learned that Cardano's node version 1.3.5.2 had a fault. The testnet is catastrophically broken because it generates incompatible forks that eluded detection during earlier testing. He also noted that because the majority of operators switched to version 1.35.2, version 1.35.3 is also incompatible and unable to synchronize with the original testnet, and the two test nets lack a block history to resemble a hard fork. Naturally, Charles Hoskinson intervened to refute the outlandish claims and so voiced his displeasure with the situation. His response indicated that he was under pressure, according to Bitcoin cryptocurrency. Hoskinson has consistently denied being Cardano's sole architect and has avoided being recognized too as a significant contributor to the project. In light of Boy Crypto's assessment of his response, Hoskinson came to be known as Cardano's face. Hoskinson expressed his annoyance that extra testing would lead the hard fork to be delayed further and claimed that the coding error detected in that node version had been fixed in the 1.35.3 update. There is no need to further delay the launch because Charles Hoskinson has confirmed that the issue has been resolved. The vessel hard fork is expected to be a big game changer for the Cardano ecosystem, therefore it cannot afford to have problems. Massive gains from the hard fork can only be maintained if there are no issues encountered after it is implemented. The founder of Cardano is quite worried about the impact that additional testing may have on the DApp developers who have been waiting for the upgrade for almost a year. After all, the code has already undergone a dozen tests. Hoskinson addressed the inaccurate narrative that has been circulating about Cardano and the testnet issue during an AMA session, characterizing it as highly acidic and moist. Since testnets are constantly being built and destroyed in this business, you cannot confuse a failed testnet with the main net. They make that point. They do no harm to Cardano itself in any manner. He also stressed that it is easy to become preoccupied with the aspects of something large and intricate that are functioning properly while ignoring the others. He proceeded by saying that the vessel hard fork will result in more useful code, faster advancements, and a new governance model with institutions that would be more representative of all stakeholders. Hoskinson is a wise decision maker. It is therefore practical to respect his viewpoints and beliefs. He wants to finish Vassal with her, advance to better ground, and correct some of the project's flaws so that Cardano may go to the next level. There are the features, they have undergone extensive testing, and there is a great level of confidence in them. There is no reason why it shouldn't cross the finish line, he insisted. The project's creator is a person who accepts responsibility for his actions and, if necessary, would cling to his convictions and instincts. On September 6, 2021, Miniswap, a decentralized exchange on Cardano, revealed that it had briefly shut down its testnet, expressing a similar situation. The crypto community's responses weren't favorable, as was to be expected. A Twitter user quickly expressed his frustration to Charles Hoskinson, but Hoskinson ignored the message and disclaimed any liability. Miniswitch is not our fault, and there is nothing to fix. Nothing is wrong. He said, "You guys are just not getting it," when he moved addresses on September 4th, but many detractors used these blunders to accuse Cardano when he swap tweeted on September 2021. "We regret having to temporarily turn off our testnet work. From our testnets, we have obtained enough information to strengthen the foundations of our DEX. In the next days, we will announce our scaling solution, our postmortem, and the reopening date of the testnet work." No, it wasn't on the same day, rather, it was a coincidence. Hoskinson read academic articles and cryptographic literature while live streaming into the video. He asserted that the tools will let users to understand the ledger system and resolve problems that were now plaguing the Cardano testnet work. At this point, the Twitter user attacked Hoskinson's tone and prodded him to accept blame for several switch failures. His unwillingness to do so and subsequent justifications for his actions have drawn attention to Cardano fraudsters and those who contend that Cardano only allowed one transaction per block. Charles Hoskinson persisted and made sure to point out a well-known example to his audience. "You know, the UTXO model wasn't something we created," he added. "It was created by Satoshi Nakamoto, and Bitcoin has successfully used it for 12 years. If a circumstance arises that contradicts his statements about Cardano, Hoskinson is quite passionate about the investors in Cardano. Being an instant millionaire, he resolves this right away, but if he doesn't, he probably won't worry about it. So, by putting our faith in Hoskinson's judgment, we can launch the ship's hard fork without incident." Following Terra Luna's failure, further tests were added to the vessel hard fork, and according to Charles Hoskinson, the stakes have never been higher with the hard fork. The hard fork, however, aims to enhance Cardano's fundamental performance and expanded scaling possibilities. A newly upgraded blockchain breaks from the original when a blockchain hard forks, as was the case with the initial hard fork of Bitcoin to Bitcoin Cash and with Ethereum to Ethereum Classic. It's also important to note that Hoskinson thought the vessel looked nice after viewing at numbers 1.35.1 and version 1.35.2, and that he was pleased with version 1.35.3. He also acknowledged that it is simple to become lost in the woods and fail to fully grasp the bigger picture and themes at play. The vessel is stable. And a cryptocurrency ought to be exactly that. And a blockchain ecosystem ought to be that. However, how high should you set your expectations for Cardano? You must be prepared for the millionaire run. Please let us know what you think by leaving a comment below. We'll see you in the following video now. But before that, make sure to watch further movies to see how Cardano was fulfilling his ambition to slay the Ethereum. Be sure to hit the subscribe and notification buttons as usual.